Okay, let's do this. Thank you to New England First for having me, and thank you all for wasting your weekend here listening to me. I know we have lots of better things to be doing. School's starting soon, but we're here. Today I'm going to talk to you about the MDI, or Mentor Development Initiative, what it is, what we've accomplished over the last year, and some things coming down the pipeline in the very near future. My goal is to spend as little time up here as possible. You're going to be working together to provide us with feedback that will help drive future growth of this program. So, who am I and why am I here? My name is Isriah Keila. I'm a 13-year program alum and a coach of FRC Team 321 and 427, but I'm also a business development manager at First. I've been a member of the MDI stakeholders group for the last year. I'm not in charge of this program, but I'm super excited to represent it. I realized while I was putting these together that I've been in First for 80% of my life. I started in JFLO when I was 5, and this is my 5th year coaching FRC. That's a terrifying number. Last year, I had the opportunity to hear Ashley Johnson, the Director of Volunteer Resources at First, talk about a new HQ initiative at a talk like this. As someone new to mentorship, I saw this as a tool to engage and empower people new to First as mentors. This is a stakeholder group. You might have heard of the task forces like the Bumper Working Group or the Advancement Committee. This is similar to that, but a little bit different. After a year of working with this team, I can confidently say this is not just a tool for new mentors, but we'll dig into that a little bit later. I'm not going to read you all of these names, but the group is really big. We have members from all parts of HQ, as well as volunteers and mentors. We represent 18 states and 10 countries, I think. So what is MDI? MDI was formally launched last summer. The goal is to remove barriers to program growth by removing barriers to mentoring. As I think everyone in this room is aware, without mentors, First cannot grow. So we spent last summer thinking about how we could reduce mentor burnout and increase mentor retention, how we can demonstrate the value of mentorship, and generally enhance the experience of our mentors and First participants. So to achieve the goals that we set forward, we identified some specific deliverables. First, develop a tiered training pathway for mentors where they can develop their skills and mentoring abilities. Second, deliver this mentor training and other resources for mentors. This meant selecting a new learning management system and implementing it very quickly. Is anyone here a fan of Blue Volt or ThinkScape? They really liked taking their volunteer training courses? We got one hand. Bad news, they're being sunset now. Yeah, okay. Good news, there's a new system going live in the next couple weeks. I can't give you an exact date, but it's actually really good. I've been able to go through multiple training modules, existing YPP and volunteer training, and the new MDI content, and it's really good. It doesn't log you out halfway through. You learn things. It's weird. Third, to better retain our mentors and show our appreciation for what you do, we're working on merchandise, swag, some free stuff. We'll dig into that a little bit later. And finally, in our conversations with mentors, we heard an overwhelming need for more connection, to be able to lean on and learn from the greater First mentor community. Events like this are just one part of that, and we're working on identifying specific ways to increase mentor connectivity. Over the next few minutes, I'll talk about some updates we made on these deliverables and where we're going in the future. So 25-26 season, these are things that have already been completed or will be going live in the next couple weeks. We've implemented the first tier of the mentor training pathway, Mentor Ready. We've launched a new learning management system, internal only, but you'll have access very soon. We've developed a digital badging recognition system for mentor training, think micro certifications, and we've expanded mentor recognition merchandise availability. Over the next few seasons, we plan to continue our work on connecting mentors and finding strategies to enhance mentor connections, more conferences like this, other opportunities. Continue to work on the trained mentor and certified mentor tiers of the training pathways, and create additional training content, including leadership, technical, and other skill development. Meaning, in addition to general mentor information, you'll be able to go in and learn how to wire a CAN bus or how alliance selection works. So we had to start with the question of what is a mentor? Can anyone raise their hand? I want like a basic textbook definition, not an emotional feel-good answer. What is a mentor? Yell it out, raise your hand, I don't care. Something easy. Yeah.
A personal assistant to teams in many ways.
Personal assistant to teams, okay. Anyone else? Yep.
Oxford dictionaries.
So we're cheating now.
An experienced or trusted advisor.
Experienced or trusted advisor.
Inspirational coach.
Inspirational coach.
Unpaid intern.
Unpaid intern. I feel that. Therapist. Okay, good news. No one actually knows what it is. Especially on paper in first, it's a very complicated word. So we've made some progress on standardizing language across the programs, especially between FLL, FTC, and FRC. The definition varied. So providing some clarification, you may have noticed in the dashboard, lead mentor 1 and 2 is gone. It's now lead coach 1 and 2. And we've also added a new role, team volunteers. You can't read this, but the slides will be available. Essentially, by creating alignment between first programs, teams should have a better idea of what adults can interact with their team and how they can do that and in what capacities. So updating lead coach 1 and 2 doesn't change the value of other mentors. It just clarifies lead coaches are responsible for the big picture, long-term health of a program, whereas mentors are responsible for supporting students. All coaches should be mentors, but not all mentors are leads of their team. They're just different skill sets. Moving forward, you may have seen drive coach pins just say coach in the past. That's going to be going away. Anywhere where drive coaches are referenced, they'll be called drive coaches specifically to try to differentiate between those. This will do different things for different teams, but we also hope that by calling lead coaches coaches, you'll have access to more funding and support from school districts. Also, the new team role, team volunteer. This role is optional, but we encourage teams to use it. The purpose of this role is to appropriately roster individuals who are supporting the team regularly, but in other capacities. This might mean parents who are regularly attending and supporting meetings or serving as chaperones. This ensures that they'll be rostered as mentors and serving as mentors who are providing other types of support. For the upcoming season, it's recommended that this role uses YPP screening and training, but will be required in the future. So adding the role of team volunteer will do a couple things. One, HQ will know how many people are actually mentoring teams and how many people are pulling trailers, helping cook dinner, booking hotels. Important things are different than hands-on mentorship with students. Team volunteers and mentors will all have the same permissions on the first dashboard, but team volunteers can't submit Dean's List, whereas team mentors can. In the future, all mentors, regardless of lead coach, regular mentor, or team volunteer, will be required to complete YPP screening. Right now, only lead mentors 1 and 2 are required to. We highly encourage you all to start that process this year. Next season, probably, it will be required. This is still being worked out, but the goal is that over the next year, you can update your rosters and get things ready. YPP screening is good for multiple years as well, so if you start now, it will carry over. So let's talk about the new LMS. The goal of the mentor training pathway was to bring mentors in, ensure they understand the basics about FIRST, meet all youth protection screening and training requirements, and understand some basics about being a mentor. After completing the first tier of trainings, that mentor ready tier, individuals will be ready to mentor a team and be added to a team's roster. This is meant for new people to FIRST. It gives you basic understanding of the program. It does not make you an expert. This is what we spent a significant amount of time on working over the last year in the stakeholders group. I'd like to emphasize this is not intended to be a barrier to entry, but it gives new mentors a sense of empowerment and qualification to join a team and have an impact. This is only marginally more than is currently required, and we believe it will be valuable for all mentors. Next season, we'll encourage all mentors to take Mentor Ready, but it will not be required. The purpose of Mentor Ready is to educate FIRST mentors by providing important information about FIRST, expectations for youth protection and privacy, and a high-level overview of the responsibilities of a mentor. Again, this includes all the steps already required for event volunteers, which is the YPP training and screening, and a brief section called Welcome to FIRST, which provides an overview of our programs and an introduction to FIRST culture and ethos. Think core values, gracious professionalism. Completing the FIRST and YPP training and screening secures volunteer ready status. That's that first tier. Then the additional mentor training results in mentor ready. After the prerequisite levels, there are going to be 2 additional levels. Back here, you can see trained mentor and certified mentor. This content is not finished, and we are looking for feedback. The idea is this is optional additional training. If you're a mentor who wants to help other mentors, think something like the senior mentor program, but less formal. Here you can see the micro certification badges and an example of what the LMS will look like. Again, you can't access this screen on the left, but it'll be available very soon. This has been a cross-departmental effort. There's people in IT and curriculum and school engagement and in the FRC program staff that have been super influential in this program. This is a new platform, Thought Industries, replacing Blue Vault and ThinkScape. So your volunteer training and your coach training will be in one place now. And this is what we hope it will look like. As a bonus, the first 1,000 people to go through this basic training will receive a free bundle of mentor swag, lapel pin, stickers, notebook, luggage tag, and your choice of a beanie or tote. There's other cool stuff available for sale, the snazzy crew neck that Sam loves, and some other cool stuff. Team connectivity. Who here used the mentor network? An overwhelming meh. Cool. I think that I may be the only person who ever used it. We got like a dozen mentors off in the last 2 years, and that's 12 of the 15 people to have ever used it as a mentor. So that's going to be sunset soon. It closed on July 17th. Some people still had access. I think it's finally gone. It really just wasn't being used in the way we hoped. Teams didn't have the success they had. Mentors would join and feel like they were lost. So we're replacing it with a new system. On the team and events search page, teams can opt into sharing a public-facing email address. This allows new mentors, once they've received mentor-ready status, to go in and search for teams near them or near their work and contact the team. I highly encourage you to opt into that. It's not automatic. This will also allow teams to see other teams' contact information. Right now, the best way to find another team is to go on Instagram and hope you can find an account and message them and hope that they respond. This will be a little bit better than that. I also highly recommend you do not use your own personal email address. It's not the same as your dashboard account. You can put in your team's email. This is a zoomed in view of what you can see on the dashboard right now. Has anyone seen this box yet when you were registering your team for this season? Okay, 2 hands, not terrible. Over here, you can see the team and event search page. Something like 1,200 teams across all programs have opted in so far. That's not all of FRC, and many of those are FLL. So I would highly encourage all of you, after this session, sometime in the next little while, go and opt in, tell me why it's broken, and we'll fix it. I'm sure it'll go wrong. As a phase 2, there's going to be additional features like the mentor network. You'll be able to say, as a mentor, these are the skills that I have and I want to help with. Show me teams that match that profile. Or as a team, say, these are the skills that we have and we want to help other teams with. So it's going to go both ways. Short section on mentor recognition, the snazzy crew neck, the hat. There's more merch available. If you have ideas for what you want to see, there's going to be a QR code and we're taking requests. Tell us what you want. We have the sweatshirt, the hat, some pins. There's going to be like a custom embroidered backpack. I know a couple people have those here. And again, the first 1,000 users who complete this will get that free bundle of stuff. So we're going to jump into Q&A and breakouts. Live stream's going to cut here because no one wants to watch the back of everyone's heads talk for 30 minutes. So sorry, fun viewers.